Hello friends, welcome back to Odoo development tutorials. In the previous videos, we have already gone through the module structure and the components of a module, those kind of details. In this video, we are going to create a module. So in the last video, we created a module structure using the scaffold command of Odoo. In this video, we are adding some business objects into that structure, and we will create a main menu inside Odoo, and that will lead to our other submenus, and then we will have a business object there we can add our data. So something like that. So let's get back to the code. Okay, now as you remember, we have created our Open Academy module using scaffold method under the custom add-ons folder. So I first have to add that into my configuration file, the custom folders path as the add-on path. So I copy the path, just adding that to my add-ons path. And restarting the service. Sorry. Okay. Now you can see the custom is already here. Now the first thing that we have to know when we are working on Odoo is the ORM layer. The ORM means object relation mapping. It's a key component of Odoo. This layer helps you to avoiding writing different helps you to avoid writing queries in your code. Okay, so all the business object, the classes that we define for Odoo are extending a model that connects to the PostgreSQL. That means everything like the create, update, write, drop, those kind of all the things, and very defined some functions. All these things are handled by this ORM layer. So this is a key part of Odoo. So at first, what we are going to do is we are creating a model, that means a business object, by extending the predefined model class. So as we discussed in our structure, the components videos, we are going to create that business object inside this model folder. So we already have a models.py file here, and it's imported in this init.py. So we are adding our business object into this models.py. Here, as you can see, there are some codes that auto generated by the scaffold method. So I just keep it here because you don't get confused about the file. So now I'm just clearing this part. Okay, we don't need this, and this is I already added here, so I am also removing this one. And this is the coding standard UTF-8 and the import function. So here we are importing models, fields, and API. So now it's a little dull. The color of this item is little dull because we haven't used that yet. It's a property of PyCharm. Okay. Then the business object that we are adding into our Open Academy module is the course. So we put the name is equal to Open Academy dot course, and this we have to give the description of that class. So we gave that Open Academy courses. So there are fields. Okay, there are fields that we can define under a business object. You can see you know that we need different type of fields. Okay, and fields have different attributes, like you can see here record, and we can give a string, and there are a lot of attributes there. Like I will say some common attributes, like a name. For this name field, as you can see, this string and record, and like that we have some help and index. Those kind of attributes are there, and you can see that details in Odoo's reference documents on their website. You can refer there, or you can check our blogs for that. And there are different attributes for different fields. So some simple fields like boolean, simple fields like names, these kind of things uses the character fields, and text fields you can see here, and this kind of fields are called simple fields, and some other fields called relational fields. So this relational fields links other business objects to our current objects. So it makes connection between two business objects, the relational fields. So these kind of two types of fields are there, and for a business object there are some fields that are already reserved by Odoo. So these fields are like ID. So you cannot declare a new field with the name ID in a class. So it's already reserved. Like there are other fields are there, like create date, create user ID, create UID. It represents the user ID, and write date, write UID. So these kind of things are these fields are reserved fields. We cannot write into those fields, but we can read them if it's necessary. Okay, we can read the data from that fields if necessary. We cannot write them write into that fields. And when we create a business object, here you can see the name. So the name is an important field in every business object. By default, Odoo takes the name field, and that the value inside that name field will be the name of that record in that business object. So in this course, if I put a computer science or programming in Odoo or something like that, then that will be the name. So in any case, you don't have a feed with the name as name again. So you don't, if in any case you can't give the name field inside a business object, you can tell the system to take a field as the name. So in that case we use a different attribute called rec name for that purpose. So if I want to make the description as a name of this business object, each record, then I can give here as a description I can give there. Then in the drop downs and everywhere, interpreter comes everywhere, it will be, the description will be taken as the name of that record. So this is one thing that we have to understand. So we defined a small business object. It's called openacademy.course, and this have the name and description. So name is mandatory, we give the record is equal to true, and description field is just a text field, or there is nothing we have given anything special. And now this model.py is already inside our init file, and this model folder is mentioned in our main int file directly under the Open Academy folder. So this connection is perfect now. Then the next thing we have to do is to view something in user interface. We have to give we need some links to links in our user interface. So to access this business object from the user interface, we need views, menus, and actions, those kind of things. These things are created using the data files. I hope you remember we mentioned the data files in the modules components video. So these data files we put in xml .xml extension, okay, as a xml files. So here these two files are automatically created by the scaffold method. I added a openacademy.xml file along with that two files. So in here I added, you can see the comments here. So this is first record that we have here is window action. So this window action will open the tree and form view of Open Academy course. Okay, so there are two view modes defined. It's a tree and form, and this will open up the Open Academy course business object, and the name will be the courses, and this kind of details are given here. And as a help, it will show create the first course if there is no content. So this is the class defined given. Okay, so and we have three menus. That means the first one is the main Open Academy menu. The ID is given as main Open Academy menu, and the name is given as Open Academy. So top level menu, no parent, and the first level in the left side menu is needed before using the action attribute. So they are saying that the menu item ID Open Academy menu is the same, the name is same again. We can have the same name, no problem with that, but we cannot have the same ID. So Open Academy, then we have given the parent as main Open Academy menu. So this Open Academy menu will come under the main Open Academy menu, and we have another menu. It's called the courses menu. The name is given as courses, and the parent is given as Open Academy menu. Then there you have a new attribute. It's called action. So here you can see course list action. So the course list action, this action is defined here. Okay, you can see the ID course list action. So this action is mentioned for this courses menu. And now when you add a new XML file into your module, you have to you have to mention that file name in your manifest under this data. Okay, this here, and just so along with the views and template.xml files, we have views slash open academy.xml. Now what we are going to do is we are trying to install this add-on. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Before that, we made some changes in the code and something, so we must restart the service. Since we have made changes in the Python file, it should be recompiled, so that's why we are restarting. Then let's go to our browser, and this is the port we are running our service 8114. Now let's go to apps, sorry, let's go to settings and open the okay, let's switch into the developer mode. Now we have options like app store updates, update app list, this kind of options. And now we are going to this update app list and click on update, so that system will scan the add-ons path folders and update the list of apps available. Now let's check our Open Academy is already listed here or not. Open, yes, we have the Open Academy here, and on the module info you can see the details. Now our company, those details are as we put in our manifest file. You can see the Open Academy, the description, the summary of the module, you can see. Okay, so if you change these things here, it will come here. Okay, the category is uncategorized, so that come here, the license and the technical name, latest version, those kind of things. So there are not much dependencies we have given, just base module, so that also added here. And is there any demo data? We haven't given any demo data, so it's also unchecked. We haven't marked this as an app, so that's also not given here. Now let's try installing this module. Okay, yeah, so let's check whether this is creator or not. Technical, sorry, apps, Open Academy. So it's installed. Since we haven't given any security or anything like that, the access right to that our business object, we cannot see that in our user interface. So let's try switching to the super user. Now you can see the Open Academy. Okay, so under the Open Academy we have Open Academy module again, and the courses menu is here. Since we don't have any other business object or any other menus, uh, and the first menu we or the menu we have an action it's defined is the courses. That's why the course window is already by default open. When we click on the Open Academy main menu itself, it's open here. So this is we don't have any other menu or action defined that have more sequence value than this course menu and business object. So this is the module that we created, and we have the business object here, and we can create the this that create add data into this course business object. So let's put Odoo development. Odoo development. Odoo development tutorial. You can save this. So this is the data we just created. In some cases we will have to add by some data by default. In some cases it will be demo data. In some cases we may need data like chart of accounts, or the unit of measures. This kind of things is a pretty common things we may have to add by default uh, into the database while installing the module itself along with the module installation. So in that case we will discuss in the next video. uh, I think you have understood what we have done, and you can go through the module, and we will push this code into the GitHub. You can take that the code snippet from there. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. For further updates and further next things, please stay on the channel, and thanks for watching again.
If you are interested in knowing more about this or looking for any Odoo implementation or customization in your business, drop a request to odoo@cybrosys.com.